Hello everyone, and welcome to our Horizon Zero Dawn Let's Play. Today we embark upon our adventure with a daughter's vengeance.
You're Aloy, aren't you? Everyone's talking about your victory at Devil's Grief. I feel blessed to stand in your presence.
There's no need to fuss over me. Who are you praying for?
My sister Nakoa. She went north to find a Karja officer called Zaid, one of the captains of the Red Raids. I'm worried about her.
Did the matriarchs really give Nakoa permission to leave?
No, they refused her. But nothing could stop her from going after Zaid. He murdered our father during the Red Raids. Nakoa saw it happen. Hid in the cellar and forced herself to watch. It changed her.
I lived in the Embrace during the Red Raids. What was it like out here?
For 10 years, the Karja attacked without warning. Devils like Zaid butchered braves and kidnapped civilians for blood sacrifice. It all ended when the mad Sun King died. The matriarchs say his son wants to set things right. But that wasn't enough for Nakoa.
You could have gone with her.
Leave the sacred land and be purged from All Mother's eternal memory? No. I begged Nakoa to stay so she could avoid that fate. She said she didn't care. I don't know. Will she really be cursed for avenging our father? It seems cruel.
I'll keep an eye out for her.
Oh, Mother bless you. I know the matriarchs won't let her return to the sacred lands, but I just need to know that she's all right. She must have passed through Mother's crown. My Aunt Salai lives there. They might have spoken. Maybe she can tell you more. All Mother, hear my prayer.
Alrighty here, so it looks like we have many sick individuals, obviously maybe a very large battle at one time. It's really caused a lot of problems for many people here. But it does look like we actually are going to be looking for just one specific person at the moment, so hopefully in time we'll be able to come back and heal everybody, but as of the moment we're a little preoccupied with trying to find one specific person.
Are you Salai? Jan said your niece may have come through here. Nakoa.
I've got nothing to say about that.
Please, I only want to help. I'm a seeker headed north. Jan wanted me to help find her. Anything you tell me stays between us.
I gave her supplies for the journey. She was headed for Daytower looking for Zaid. Nothing I could say would stop her.
Is there anything you can tell me about Daytower?
It's a Karja fort, right at the border. Bastards used to gather Nora captives there, so they could ship them to Meridian for slaughter. I told Nakoa not to go. What's a lone Nora gonna do there? But she wouldn't listen. All she can think about is finding Zaid.
What do you know of Zaid?
He's a rabid animal, a murderer. The worst of the Red Raiders. Killed my brother while poor Nakoa watched from the shadows. Even as I begged her not to go, part of me wanted her to. I need him dead as much as she does. You can't imagine what it's like. He mutilated my brother. And yet he walks free among the Karja.
I understand. Better than you think. I'll look for Nakoa when I reach Daytower.
She can't come back. The matriarchs won't allow it. But I'd be so grateful if you could find her and help her if she needs it. And please, keep this between us.
I will. I promise.
Alrighty here, so we actually have arrived, but it does look like we need to find the outpost commander. Obviously we have lots of individuals that are of high priority, but it looks like we have a couple of individuals that actually might be a little further up this way, so let's actually venture over here We're actually seeing a lot of presence with guards, which is usually a great indication that there might be a commander up above.
Keeping the city safe.
Obviously, we do have several more individuals over here. Looks like we do have some resources, but it does look like we have a commander that's actually really hard at work right now, bending over that table, showing that paper who's boss.
Are you in charge here?
No, that would be Captain Balan. I'm his second in command, Prefect Zaid.
Wait, you're Zaid?
Ah, you've heard of me. Let me ease your mind. There seem to be wild stories about me among your tribe. But the Nora have me mistaken for someone else. I'm not sure where the fault lies, but the fog of war often breeds confusion. Unfortunately, some refuse to acknowledge the error. So it was with the last Nora who came through here.
So you deny participating in the Red Raids?
No, I didn't say that. I did have a role in those operations, albeit a very limited one. But all this nonsense about torture and murder, that wasn't me. They have me confused with some other commander. I don't doubt some of my comrades did bad things, but Sun King Avad has worked hard to eliminate such brutality.
The last Nora who came through here. You mean Nakoa?
Is that her name? Oh well. It was a very unfortunate situation. She attacked me in broad daylight. If one of my men hadn't spotted her, I might well have been injured. But we were able to subdue her without harm.
What did you do with her?
I let her go, of course. It was clear she thought I was responsible for unspeakable things. So, in a sense, her actions were justifiable. I explained that she was wrong, then sent her on her way. Sadly, I don't think she believed me.
Where is Nakoa now?
I don't know exactly. She left raving that she would find a way to bring me down. But I did hear a report from the garrison at Lonesome Rock that a young woman had been abducted by bandits. Might have been her.
You've really gone out of your way to help, Prefect Zaid.
It's no trouble. The Sun King wishes to make amends with your people, and I am his humble servant.
I'll go to Lonesome Rock and get to the bottom of this. I promise you that.
You do that. And if our men are anything less than helpful, please let me know.
They're necessities. Son, how does anyone manage it?
Can't trust him, not after what Jan told me.
With their shaman's damn
Garrison is my
nonsense.
only lead.
It's worse.
Seems like an ordinary outpost. I'd better look around.
I'm so bored. I'm bored with being bored.
I'm bored
There
with
are
you
chains
talking
in the
about being
cart.
bored.
I'm bored with you complaining about me being bored.
I wasn't complaining.
Hold, Outlander! What are you doing here?
Prefect Zaid told me that bandits abducted a girl near here. Do you know where they might have taken her?
Zaid told you that, did he? Huh. No bandits around here, girl. But I think I can help you find your friend. The boss sent us a fresh one, boys. Wrap her up and tie her down.
Looks like he needs to fight.
Alrighty here. Well, we do have some individuals that want to try their luck, so obviously we're going to use our archery skills, and the off chance that we need to use some CQB action, we'll pull out our weapon as well. Obviously, we should probably take out this guy. I feel like he's going to create a lot of problems for us. Now, luckily, we were able to dodge that. That could have been really bad. One more individual. Let's see if we can't slow down time and get him a nice shot in the neck.
Zaid's hiding out here. Not just chains, manacles. They were moving prisoners somewhere.
Once again, we do have a track that we can actually utilize. Our focus is being incredibly beneficial as per the usual. Now, we are actually going to follow the tracks that are actually coming from a cart.
Blowing Moves like water.
Now, with a little bit of a storm kind of blowing in, this does maybe make our life a little bit easier if we have to do a little bit of stealthing. Obviously, we don't know if there's going to be a compound or some kind of camp, or maybe they'll just be on the side of the road and we'll walk right up and they'll be like so shivering with fear that they'll just hand her right over. I don't think our luck is probably going to be that great, but you never know. Weirder things have happened, though. Now, of course, as we continue forward with a little bit of a fierce rage within our soul, I think we're going to find a lot of really interesting stuff that's going to be coming up very soon.
The tracks lead to that compound. Maybe Nakoa's inside.
Now, it looks like we actually have arrived at our final destination. Obviously, very, very scary inside. Looks like we have several individuals. I'm going to venture and say quite a bit of these guys look to be Outlanders. So, obviously, they're not going to be interested in this whole sharing is caring kind of thing. But, obviously, I don't think they're going to have much of a choice, though.
Sounds like Nakoa's here. And I'm gonna have to cut through these guards to get to her.
Now, of course, let's start things off by doing a little bit of reconnaissance. It does look like we have found her. Obviously, in the meantime, there are several individuals that could create many, many problems for us. Not entirely what I want to see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stealth attack this guy, but we'll give it a try. Worst case scenario is we go loud and we kill every single person that's around us. Obviously got to prioritize some of these targets. It's okay that we have to kill everybody. I mean, they're all bad people, so at the end of the day, if we didn't kill them, obviously they were going to hurt somebody else. That dude definitely created some problems for me. Got a little bit closer than I was anticipating, but nevertheless, he is no longer a problem for us. Now, in the meantime, let's actually double time it all the way up to the tippy top of this structure. Obviously, they thought this would be a really great spot to put the person that we're looking for, but actually what it did was make our life a little bit easier considering that they left so many tracks behind. But it looks like most of the tracks actually go beneath, so let's actually skip that and head down into the depths of the abyss.
Prisoners. Chained up to be sold as slaves.
Talk to Nakoa. She'll know what to do.
Nakoa? Jan sent me. Look, we can talk more once we get everyone out of this pit.
Jan sent you? I don't believe it. Well, I guess one of his prayers finally worked. You'll need a key to get us out. One of Zaid's men should have it.
All right. I'll be right back.
Alrighty here, so we actually need to go search all the guards that we basically just killed. Obviously, in the process of digging through all their pockets, I think we're going to find that prestigious key that's going to hopefully release all the prisoners, but in the meantime, also increase our fighting forces, though. Now, in a weird turn of events, the key is actually close to the gate. I don't know if I would have been somebody to place it so close to the front gate, but at the end of the day, that's kind of a them problem. Now, of course, if we go return back over to her, now we're going to increase our fighting forces by several, considering that it won't just be us this time around. We'll obviously be able to concoct some kind of a plan. Obviously, we know there's a lot of betrayals going on around, and in the meantime, those betrayals are definitely going to hurt the individual that thought that they were so intelligent. I think they're going to find that they were not as smart as they thought.
You're back.
I've got the key.
I'll help the others. Let's go.
I knew you were going to be trouble, girl. But you'll make it worth our while in the end.
The end is now, Zaid! For you and your men!
Alrighty, here, we're going to use our archery skills and start dropping these guys like little flies. It looks like they're attempting to do a little bit of dodging at the moment, but little do they know this is not going to work out too great for them. Look at this sly little guy coming all the way around, trying to do a little bit of dodging in the meantime. I mean, man, what an absolute boss. I mean, I do respect the hustle, but at the end of the day, hustle can only get you so far in life. This dude, look at him. He's hiding behind this post at the moment. In just a moment, this is going to be very, very bad for him. Obviously, get one more shot into him.
You gave him a quicker death than he deserved.
My father was a hunter. He taught me every animal deserves a clean kill.
How did Zaid come to run a ring of slavers?
All the scum you just killed, they butchered for Zaid during the Red Raids. The new Sun King kicked them out of the army, but Zaid managed to lie his way out of trouble, then saw a new way to make a shard, putting his grunts to work here.
How did Zaid capture you?
I tried to get him at Day Tower, but he caught me, then let me go so he could have his men grab me later.
And after?
Said he was going to sell me into slavery like the other poor bastards that came through here week to week. But he took his time and kicked me around whenever he stopped by. Guess me trying to kill him hurt his pride.
You've been through a lot.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Zaid's dead. I was ready to go through anything to make that happen. And I did.
What are you gonna do now?
The others were in that cellar for months. The more run down they got, the harder it was for Zaid to sell them. They need food, rest, and hope. I'll take them to Meridian and tend to them.
You're not even going to try to go back? What about Jan?
The matriarchs won't let me back. Even if they would, I wouldn't go. They can burn for all I care. As for Jan, I know a way to get word to him. I'll miss that runt. But at least he'll know I'm safe.
Time for me to go.
Look, I don't even know your story. It must be a good one if they gave you the mark of a seeker. If you ever feel like telling it, look me up in Meridian. I'll be there until the others get back up on their feet. Until then, thank you for helping me cut this rot from the world. I don't know. Maybe now I can put Zaid behind me and remember my father as I should.